Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Rabbit Hole Matrix, and I'm back here once again. Today, I want to freestyle a little bit just to go off the top because sometimes when I go off of my books and other things, they might be a little more in depth than people are really ready for. You can't really dump a bucket of information on someone and expect them to understand and comprehend everything that you're trying to deliver. This is years and years and years of deep study, research, meditation, and contemplation with the Lord. So, when we're talking about relaying information to other people, we have to do so in small doses. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about reality today. And forgive me for the camera, I do not have a stand. I do not have things that a lot of people have. I am simply a man. I am simply a man trying to relay message of the word to you. And I do not mean the word of the Bible, I mean the word of the Lord, who is the only and absolute truth. This is the word that I try to reveal to you today. Now, as I sit here and I look around the world to me, and I say, 99 or 90%, I would say at least, most people of this world are sheep. They follow the herd because that's what animals do. Animals follow the path of least resistance because it's easier to do a thing, then that's the path you take. When people have to forge their own path, things get difficult. It's a lot more effort on your part, and it's not as easily procurable, whatever that goal is that you're trying to reach. And our goal here in these sessions from the Rabbit Hole Matrix are nothing but awakening of the mind. To awaken the mind is the only thing that you need to be doing on this earth, is awakening the mind. The rest of this stuff is all an illusion. It's imaginary. You have to understand that this world that we live in is nothing but a simulation. It's a simulation, and our mind perceives this to be a reality. Like I say in some of my previous videos, when I liken our reality to the Avatar or the movie Avatar by James Cameron or The Matrix. And what happens in both the Avatar and the Matrix, when they enter these realms, they do not enter in the physical body, they enter through the mind. It is through our mind that we enter this reality. Just like Neo was plugged into the back of the head aboard his ship, the Nebuchadnezzar, so too are we entering this reality through the mind. It's all part of it's a mental projection. The thing is that there is no such thing as space or time. There is no time, there is no space. And I want to take you guys back to an old saying: if a tree falls in the woods and no one in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? And the answer to that is no, it doesn't. A sound only becomes a sound when there is something to perceive it to be a sound. There's another saying: if there was nothing in space, if there were no objects in space, would space still exist? And the truth is, no, it wouldn't. Because space is nothing more than the distance between one or more objects. If there are no objects, then sorry, I have to plug this camera in because my battery is dying. If there are no more objects, and if there are no sorry, one moment. Sorry about that, guys. Making sure I don't cut off on you guys prematurely. If there are no objects in space, then there is nothing in which to judge a distance between one thing and another. You see, light travels at something around 186,000 miles per second. The thing is, in physics, they like to agree to the theory that nothing can travel inside of a vacuum faster than the speed of light. But that's in a vacuum. The thing is, we do not live inside of a vacuum. We live inside of God. We are God experiencing themselves infinitely. When God descended as the Son, he descended through his mind into himself in order that he might know all of his creation intimately. We are all of God. We are all appendages of God. We are all God experiencing every aspect of himself on an infinite level. Now, with that being said, getting back to the illusion of reality, we are in an illusion. It's a simulation. What most people don't understand is that a simulation, or something that is AI in nature, it has to continue to replicate itself infinitely. That is its nature. Because just like God said to man, multiply and subdue, multiply, 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 multiply. Because multiplication is our only way to ensure our own survival. So just like human nature has to multiply to ensure its own survival, so does an AI-like simulation have to multiply in order to ensure its survival. But the thing is, our reality has been corrupted. Our reality has been corrupted because anytime you get further away from the original copy, if you dub a dub, for those people who are old enough to remember VHSs or copies of videos, you will know that if you continually dub something that was already dubbed or copied, it will continually lessen in quality each copy you do. If you continue to copy a copy, and then you copy that copy, and then you copy that copy, and you copy that copy, the quality continues to degrade until it is so far away from its original source that it is almost cannot even be likened or related to it. We are the fallen ones. We have fallen from an eternal realm because in reality we are more like a hologram. We are something that is a projection of a perfected image. I need you guys to watch these videos because it is only through listening, meditating, and thinking about the things that I relate to you that you will understand. Because I am the descended Son. I am the descended Son who was given, and my glory goes to God because he is the Father of ultimate things. If it wasn't for the Lord, there would be no truth revealed because he is the absolute truth. Without absolute truth, there would be no truth because everything in reality that exists produces something after its own make and its kind. And what I mean by this is that if I plant an apple seed, I don't get a poisonberry bush or a mustard plant. I get exactly what I put in. So when science tells us that at one point in time there was nothing but this conglomeration of this infinitely dense, infinitely just understandable, primordial stew that they have no understanding of what it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. The only thing that exists is one thing. Just like when you plant a seed, what grows from that seed is all the product of that seed. We are all a product of the original seed, which is God the Creator. That means that what's real? Is it the seed from which everything sprang, or is it the leaves that are up there? We are the leaves. We are the appendages of the Lord. We are these infinite specks of his own being that he's experiencing himself infinitely. Now, time, space, none of it exists. Quantum theorists and quantum physicists and quantum theorists, they all know these things. They know that there is nothing in this reality that is really real. It's just like when Albert Einstein said, sometimes I like to believe that when I look at the moon, it's still there. What he meant by this is because what they were starting to understand about delving into quantum mechanics is that things start to break down once you get past our level of understanding. In the quantum world, things to work different, but it's not the case. As above, so below. Everything works in a like manner, just to a later or larger or lesser degree. Everything in reality is fairly simple. You liken something from something you can understand, from something small and understandable, and then from that you can understand the larger things in life, the larger things in reality. You see, this is nothing but an illusion. It's a mental prison meant to trap us here. Because in darkness there is no shape and there is no form. Without light nothing will exist, because it is only by light that shadows are cast. Demons are shadows. They are entities that lurk in the darkness. They come from outer darkness, where it's a pool of this thick conglomeration of this murky death. And we were called from outer darkness. We were called from outer darkness that we might have a chance to live through understanding and through our knowledge, because knowledge is life, knowledge is light, and knowledge banishes darkness and ignorance. I want to continue going on these things. And like I say, I make these things somewhat brief because I want you guys to meditate on the things that I say. I don't want to overwhelm you and bombard you with information that you just can't understand. You need to take short bursts of information. Sit back when you're alone. Meditate on them. Pray to your Lord, because He exists within you. It is not outwardly that we are going to find God. He doesn't exist in the heavens. He doesn't exist in the trees. He doesn't exist in the ocean. He exists within you, because that's where He resides. The body is the temple. And I'm not saying He doesn't exist within the ocean, the trees, and the sky, because He does, because He is the body. Everything that has life exists within a body. Even God Himself and the universe and all of His creation is His body. And we exist within that body. I hope you guys like this. I'm your host as always, Jared. I hope to see you guys again soon. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Like I said, I don't do this for any monetary value. If I do put ads in here, well, even a pasture has to eat. But I don't make money. We're talking peanuts and peanuts and peanuts. So I hope you guys like, subscribe. I do this for one being, one reason, and one true purpose, and that is to glorify the true light.